members wishing to join debate. I see the honourable member from Edmonton-Ellerslie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And of course, yesterday during debate on Bill 9 in Committee of the Whole, I made reference to dealing with issues of justice as they relate to the overrepresentation of Indigenous people in the prison system here in the province of Alberta, but as well federally. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to delve a little bit deeper into what I brought up then in debate, which were the sentencing circles. And I promised that I would, during Bill 3, mention it a little bit in more detail. So I do have a description here that I wanted to share with everybody. Now, and I remind all the members of the House that this is so important because this is a practice that's already taking place in many jurisdictions across Canada. And the Edmonton Police Service decided to pilot a project very recently in the last couple of years. And I want to encourage all of us to promote this because I honestly believe that this is a nonpartisan issue, that we need to work on it in terms of reconciliation with Indigenous nations all across Canada. And of course, it's a great alternative to making sure that these can be situations can be dealt with in a more productive manner for Indigenous people, and that is more fair, I would say. So according to the document that I have, it says this, and I'll quote directly from it, Mr. Speaker. I'll be sure to table this later on today. A sentencing circle is a community-directed process conducted in partnership with the criminal justice system to develop consensus on an appropriate sentencing plan that addresses the concerns of all interested parties. Sentencing circles, sometimes called peacemaking circles, use traditional circle ritual and structure to involve the victim, victim supporters, the offender, offenders' supporters, judge and court personnel, the prosecutor, defense counsel, police, and all interested community members. Within the circle, people can speak from the heart in a shared search for understanding of the event, and together identify the steps necessary to assist in healing all affected parties and prevent future crimes. Sentencing circles typically involve a multi-step procedure that includes 1, application by the offender to participate in the circle process, 2, a healing circle for the victim, 3, a healing circle for the offender, 4, a sentencing circle to develop consensus on the elements of a sentencing plan, and 5, follow-up circles to monitor the progress of the offender. The sentencing plan may incorporate commitments by the system, community, and family members, as well as by the offender. Sentencing circles are used for adult and juvenile offenders with a variety of offenses and have been used in both rural and urban settings. Specifics of the circle process vary from community to community and are designed locally to fit community needs and culture. On top of that, I want to highly encourage all members of the House. A good friend of mine produced a short documentary on this particular issue. You can go on YouTube and find it just by typing in sentencing circles, and you can actually see the Edmonton Police Service member that actually participated in one of these sentencing circles, what they thought about it, you know, what their prejudices were before going into the sentencing circle process, and then of course what they thought about it once they finished the actual process. And again, I will reiterate that this is the type of these kinds of programs I wish we as a government, or the government and we as a legislature, were focusing on to actually bring real solutions to real problems, and in this case, the real problem being the overrepresentation of Indigenous people in the prison system. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I will take my chair. Thank you.